Today, we're going to answer a simple question. How does an electric car actually deliver power to its wheels? If you've ever wondered how pressing the accelerator makes the car move without a traditional engine, this video is for you. By the end, you'll clearly understand the process, step by step. Step 1. The battery, the heart of an EV. The first thing to know is that electric cars don't have a gas engine. Instead, they have a large battery pack. This battery stores electricity, just like the battery in your phone, but much bigger and more powerful. This battery is usually made of lithium-ion cells, arranged in modules and packs. The battery provides high-voltage electricity that will power the car's motor. Think of it like a water tank. The battery is the tank full of energy, and the motor is like a water wheel that uses that energy to move. Step 2. The inverter, turning DC into AC. Next, we have the inverter. Why do we need it? Because the battery stores DC electricity, which flows in one direction. But most electric car motors use AC electricity, which changes direction many times per second. The inverter converts DC to AC. It also controls the speed and torque of the motor, which decides how fast the car moves and how strong the push is to the wheels. Without the inverter, the battery's electricity can't be used efficiently by the motor. It's like trying to pour water through a blocked pipe. It won't flow properly. Step 3. The electric motor, converting electricity to motion. Now, the AC electricity goes into the electric motor. The motor's job is simple. Turn electrical energy into mechanical energy. Inside the motor, electricity creates a magnetic field, which makes the rotor spin. The spinning rotor is what generates torque or rotational force that moves the wheels. There are different types of motors, like permanent magnet motors and induction motors, but the basic idea is the same. Electricity makes the motor spin, and spinning is what powers the wheels. Step 4. Transmission or gear reduction. Unlike traditional cars, most electric cars don't need multiple gears. The motor can provide high torque at low speeds without a gearbox. However, there is usually a single-speed reduction gear. This gear reduces the motor's high RPM to a level that is suitable for the wheels. Think of it like a bicycle gear. The motor spins very fast, but the wheels don't need to spin that fast, so the gear slows down the speed while keeping the force strong enough to move the car. Step 5. The driveshaft, connecting motor to wheels. The spinning motor needs to reach the wheels, and this is done through the driveshaft. The driveshaft is a rod or a set of rods that transfer the rotation from the motor to the wheels. In some cars, the motor is directly attached to the axle. In others, there is a short driveshaft. Either way, the motor's rotation is now being sent to the wheels, ready to move the car forward or backward. Step 6. The wheels, where the motion happens. Finally, the power reaches the wheels. The rotational energy from the motor makes the wheels spin, and that spin moves the car. When you press the accelerator, the car's system increases the current from the battery to the motor. The motor spins faster, the torque increases, and the car speeds up. When you release the accelerator, the car reduces the electricity to the motor, and the wheels slow down. This process is very smooth in electric cars, which is why EVs feel so quiet and responsive. Step 7. Regenerative braking, recovering energy. There's one more important part. Electric cars also use regenerative braking. When you brake, the motor acts like a generator, converting the wheel's motion back into electricity and storing it in the battery. This means some of the energy that would normally be lost as heat is recovered, making the car more efficient and increasing the driving range. So not only does electricity move the wheels, but the wheels can also send electricity back to the battery when slowing down. Every step works together smoothly, which is why electric cars are so efficient and easy to drive. And that's how power is delivered to the wheels in an electric car. It's simple when you break it down. Battery, inverter, motor, wheels. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to subscribe to our channel. That way, you won't miss the next videos where we explain other parts of an EV, like charging, braking, and the start/stop system. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.